Um, so let's talk about the point that you were making in the clip that we just showed, where you described the quicksand of endless grievances, the backward, always looking backward party. This is very much describing the Republican Party of today, which actually is really the party of Donald Trump and Trumpism. A lot of this book is about your own personal relationship with former President Trump. What in the world makes you think that the Republican Party, that is so much in the thrall of this one individual, is ready to free itself from what you describe as quicksand?
Well, I'll give you two reasons. One that is statistical evidence, and one that is more my own political gut perception, Karen. The first one, 2 days ago, Des Moines Register came out with a poll that polled Iowa Republicans. And you know, Karen, from having covered Iowa politics, that Iowa Republicans are some of the most conservative Republicans in America. And they asked, to whom is your first loyalty, the Republican Party or Donald Trump? 62% said the Republican Party, 26% said Donald Trump. I suspect a year ago that those numbers would have been significantly different. And so I think you're starting to see people, as time passes since the Trump presidency, begin to focus on the fact that without an independent, vibrant, idea-driven Republican Party, we have nothing to fight back against Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and the congressional Democrats. The second is that I've traveled around the country a decent amount since we all got a little bit freed up from the COVID pandemic, I'd say starting this summer, and gone to a number of different districts campaigning for, raising money for congressional candidates and members of Congress. And I can tell you from talking to grassroots Republicans, while they still admire much of what the president did as president, many of them are turned off by the continuing talk of the election being stolen in 2020, which prevents our party from focusing on what Joe Biden is up to right now and being able to fight most effectively against that. So both those things tell me, I think, that we are moving towards a change. But last point, I know we've become an instant gratification society, and we want things to happen immediately. But let's remember, Donald Trump dominated the political landscape in this country for 5 years, like no one else I've ever seen dominated for that period of time. And yet, it's only been less than 10 months since he's left office, and we expect things to have radically changed. That's not the way the change happens in this country. It's usually over time, and I suspect that's the way the Republican Party is evolving, in part for historical reasons, and in part because of the things that the former president continues to talk about.